Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Core Brands podcast. This time it's a solo episode, and as you can see, if you're watching the video episode, I am in a different setting. I am in my house, Portugal, which I usually call my current form Lisbon headquarters, and I decided to record this episode quite spontaneously because I have been sharing on my Instagram stories about the manifestation challenge I've been doing, and people have questions, and I thought I would answer some of those questions and tell you a little bit of a background behind what is this that I'm doing and why do I do it, and all of that. And then if you have any questions in the end, feel free to either DM me on Instagram or leave me a comment on the episode. So gonna give you a bit of a background. So if you follow me for a while, you might know some of my story. So my family, we are originally from Portugal, from Lisbon. And in 2013, actually, it was the end of 2012, my husband got a job offer in a tech company in Dublin. And at the time, we had a baby. So my daughter was only like 5 months old at the time. This was just before Christmas, and things in Portugal, like the economy was not great. Like, we both had jobs, but we wanted to have a better life. And, now with a newborn baby, we really thought this was a great opportunity. And because she was only a baby, there was no big adjustment. We thought there was no adjustment for her, but there was definitely a big adjustment for us as a family, as a couple, as everything, to be honest. But yeah, we did not really think much. We just packed our bags, store all our stuff. We rented a house and one-way ticket to Dublin. So that's kind of like a little bit of a background. So when I got my first job in Dublin, so at the time, things were not very easy for us. We were living in an apartment, but we had no car. The apartment was okay, but it was really cold, and it was not ideal for a family with a baby. So we did not really have great conditions. So I was quite frustrated about that. And I remember in my first job, my first friend, a girl that started the job on the first day, like me, we were kind of like part of a new team. I used to talk to her a lot, and she kept telling me, Roberta, whatever you want, you just put it in your cosmic kitchen. And that was the first time that I really heard anything that was kind of like related to manifestation. I think I've always manifested things because I'm a half glass full person. I think that's how you say it. And I have this almost blind optimism, which sometimes it's not great because I always believe that things would always work out. But at the time I was pretty down and blue. I missed my family. The winter was horrible that year, especially for me, because I was not used to that cold. We had no way to afford, the gas heating, and like it was just too much, and no car, and long commute. Maria, our daughter, was always sick, so it was just, we were spiraling in a negative kind of way. So long story short, she keeps telling me, Roberta, put it in your cosmic kitchen. When you set up your password on the computer, you just set up whatever you want, like new car, a new home. You have to write it down. You have to think about it. And she was like, always put it in your cosmic kitchen. Believe it. It will happen. And I started doing that. And it actually, everything kind of like happened. Not immediately, but like within a couple of months, we bought our first car. A few months later, we moved to another home. I got a better job. Things kind of like start improving. And we never lost hope. And that was kind of like my first touch with manifesting. It was not called manifesting. She never told me to manifest. All she said is, you put it out in the universe, in the cosmic kitchen. And I love that, like the cosmic kitchen. It's just, yeah, it sounds great, and I love it, and it works. So since then, so this was in 2013, since then, more than 10 years passed. I keep applying this to my life every single time. So I've moved jobs many times. I left my last corporate job to build my own business from scratch, and I always believed it was going to work out. So everything else in my life has been changing, and we've been achieving because of this mindset. Because it's not more than mindset. It's not magic. It's not woohoo. It's mindset. Then I think it was last year or maybe even the year before, I started following Yvonne Traken on Instagram, and her messaging really resonated with me. Like everything she was saying, it's like, I do this. Yeah, this is what I do. So I started following her, and then last year she announced the manifestation challenge. I hopped on that in January, did that, love it. And then she was so kind that, so when you do the manifestation challenge with Yvonne, you're part of a WhatsApp group, and it feels kind of like a community because everybody's on the same vibe, everybody's on the same energy level, and there's no kind of like, she must be crazy, or everybody's kind of like on the same page, which I love, because it's so hard to find people that really understand. And then she sent out an email, and she gave the opportunity to the members to participate and showcase their business within the next challenge. So I do have another business with my husband. In case you don't know, it's called Core Makers, where we do merch and gifts all based around positivity and manifesting. And, you know, it's all about the good energy. So one of our most popular products are key rings. So Yvonne bought a big bunch of, so she ordered for me a big bunch of key rings. We also gifted a few of them as a gift. She ordered for me the tote bags for the Manifesti Bestie Club, and it's been a wonderful support to our business to have that kind of like connection with Yvonne and also with the community. And, you know, people sharing on stories their key rings, and they're manifesting the dream car and the dream home. And we're like, we made those. It's a great feeling. So what do I want to say with that? So in January, when I did this challenge with Yvonne, I was manifesting abundance, for more freedom, for more possibilities, and that is happening. And now I'm continuing to manifest abundance in the second challenge. And yeah, so what is the message around this that I want you to take is, first of all, you got to know what you want, and there is really no point on complaining and feeling sorry for yourself if you don't do anything about it. And also, you got to find your tribe. If people around you are, you know, all drama, bitchy, you know, the vibes are low, you just don't want that in your life. You got to change the tune, you got to change the station, you got to find your people. Even if it's just one person, you got to find them, because if you are surrounded by negativity, that will influence your life and that will influence your future. And you don't want that. So I'm no expert at all. I can only talk by my own experience. I'm usually not very vocal about it because it's something that it's also very personal, but I don't hide it. And if people criticize me, that's also okay. You know, it means that they're not my tribe. They're not my people, and therefore, you know, it's all right. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you, a little bit of my backstory with manifestation and the challenge and the things that you can achieve. So if you have any questions about it, or in particular about my experience, I know sometimes it can be lonely, especially if you are in a new country, you have a young family, you know, like I've been through it all. It's hard. It's really hard. No support, no nothing. Being homesick. Yeah, drop me a message, leave me a comment, and share this episode if someone you know might benefit from it. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Have a good day. Guys, wait a minute, because this episode was not scripted and I'm just winging it. I forgot to tell you that if you wanna check out our products at the Core Makers, you can check on Instagram the Core Makers, or on TikTok the same handle, or you can visit our website, which I'll link on the show notes. And if you want to know more about manifestation, I will encourage you to follow Yvonne's page. I'll link it as well in the show notes. She shares daily tips, and her videos are really fun and easy to understand, and also maybe you can jump on the next challenge. So I'll link all of that on the show notes. And yeah, now it's bye-bye. I'll see you next time. Bye.